Malti, thank you for accepting my interview.
Yeah.
You're from EOSPAY,
Yes.
and thank you for coming to EOS World Tour. You're a BP in Korea.
Yeah.
Can you please tell us about what you guys are doing?
Yeah. So EOSPAY is a part of a service of Paygate, and Paygate is a regulated financial institution, and we are providing the wallet system to the Korean or some other countries. So the trying to add the blockchain or the cryptocurrencies into our wallet system. And EOSPAY is focusing on the EOS. We are developing the multi-sig hardware wallet. So as you know, the server-side hardware wallet is rare, and as my understanding, that we believe we are the first. And we use Gmicro SafeNet HSM, and our wallet application is injected into the HSM inside, and the signature is generated at the HSM, and we have added multi-sig, and based on the multi-sig HSM based wallet, then we are trying to add multiple use cases like EOSPAY or some the projects that is suitable for the governance model of EOS.
From what I read about hot wallet, there are several people working on hot wallet. How would yours compare to them?
Mostly the other members are focusing on the user side hardware wallet, like Ledger or some other the user hold some types of hardware wallet. But we focus on the server side hardware wallet, that make user will be free over any other types of devices, or by using the server side hardware wallet, then we are able to support non-experts of the blockchains. So we focus on my parents or my sisters who don't have enough understanding of technologies, but we are trying to provide safe and reliable wallets. Then the choice is server-based hardware wallet is better than the client side. But even when the client want to use the client side wallet, then there is a working together.
I see.
So there is because of the multi-sig. So we have a three-corner models. The three-corner means user hold some part, and we hold the second part, and another trusted third party will hold the third roles. So this is the three-corner models, and the signature or any other types of actions need minimum 2 consents from the 3 owners.
I see. You are believing that, or you're expecting to run your service indefinitely, so your users can keep using their hard wallet and your service, right?
Yeah. So when the user hold, for example, the Ledger wallet, then they will work with our server-side HSM hardware wallets. Then the entire the systems will be more secure. But at the server side, at least 2 parties will hold or will be backed by the HSM based hardware wallets. Then at the user side, I believe we don't need the complex or the additional devices.
I see.
That is also enough. But so each party have a hardware wallet, then that can be the best.
I see. And your wallet can hold all kinds of cryptocurrency, or it's only specific for, say, EOS and several others?
As you know, the private key format is actually the same to the EOS or the Ethereum or the Bitcoin. So from one single private key, then we generate the public keys for each cryptocurrencies, and we also generate the signature for each cryptocurrencies. It's actually focusing on the EOS first, but also we are supporting the Ethereum or the another ERC20 tokens, or the Bitcoin and other Bitcoin compatible tokens like Bitcoin Cash, Gold, or USDT.
Yeah, are there any other than hot wallet that you're helping to contribute to the EOS?
Very recent, our efforts are getting the feedback for the constitution. So currently the EOS community is under discussion for the constitutions, and we are. We have talked. We have multiple sessions to discuss interim constitutions and also check the dense proposals, and we are providing the translated and getting some feedbacks by the June conference course and trying to give result to the EOS Alliance.
Anything else you would like to see to happen on EOS? Any suggestion? Because we all know EOS is still very young, it's still open for improvement.
So we have to give confidence to the newcomers. So the confidence means that we have to give the proof, or we have to provide proof the EOS mainnet is running very well. We remember there's some accident at the early age, and that was actually gave some big impact for non-EOS communities. So we have to overcome those impacts, and the performance that is really very good, and we also have to give confidence for the reliability or the stability. So that is maybe the time we solve those questions, we also have to consider how we speed up.
Cryptocurrency is still in the very early stage. It hasn't reached obviously mass adoption yet.
Yes.
But in which industry do you see to be the first adopter of blockchain technology?
So I'm working on the financial institution, and I think mass adoption should be accepted at the financial industries. So, for example, in the banking area, there is an account control mechanisms exist. Mostly they are using the account, the name, the dual control. So the proposal and approval. So always two consents by the designated key holders is necessary. But with the governance model of EOS, then we will be able to implement more useful or effective use cases in the financial industries, including the banking industries. Like, we can think the non-profit organization who have an account to get the donations, but there's many concerns how the donated amount is used. Maybe we will be able to set the multi-sig controls on that account, and maybe some another tokens that was added by the EOS, and the token will be mapped to the existing values, and we will be able to use governance model of EOS to control the real bank accounts. So that is one of the interesting part, and I'm working on it also.
So in the short term, what do you see is the biggest hurdle that the crypto community is facing for the short term?
So the developer leaded the community or the environments, that can be one of the harder. So software developers is very good, and they created a community, but for massive adoption or in another view, to jump into the EOS community, then we have to know many things, understandings or the controls and technologies, or have to consider the securities or the scams or the many things. But that is as a developer side, those issues are not the big problem. But for non-experts like my parents or my sisters, has a big concerns. So maybe the context of my answer is actually similar. So we have to reduce the roles or responsibility of software developers, and we have to increase the usability or the responsibility for the non-experts.
Right.
And that can be the hurdles, and that can also be the answers.
Right. I do agree with you.
Yeah. When I carefully check the constitution, the articles, there's many issues involved, and I believe that at the baseline is the article was prepared by the Bureau of Software Developers, and especially the Constitution version 2 proposed by the Dan, and that has more view of the software developer side.
Right.
So I believe we have to update the articles to more neutral.
More neutral. So maybe for like non-developers and
have to
more for the general public.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I do think that's a great feedback, because I was also looking at the Constitution, and some things just feel a little bit too technical.
Yeah. So for the massive adoption, for example, the open source. So that is one of the issue, and we are regulated financial institutions, and our duty is moderated posting for every output as a company, and that will be, I believe, applied on every financial institutions. So open source is quite challenging for every banking industries. So we have to get some kind of better word, like transparency, or some other better words can be chosen.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for allowing me to interview you. It's a great pleasure.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
thank you for your contribution to the EOS ecosystem as well.
Yeah, I will do.
Thank you.